What's going on, family? It's your boy Stevie T, and today I'm going to be looking at seeing sin coming and you're not doing anything about it. So a few days ago I was reading the book of Genesis in my daily reading, and we're looking at Genesis 3. Now, if you don't know what Genesis 3 is about, it's about the fall where Adam and Eve eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil and sin enters the world. Now, I've read this story a few times and not really thought too much of it. However, when I was doing it this time along with my daily reading, it really started to get me to think. So, I'm just going to read the first part, so verses 1 to 7, and then just sort of delve into looking at seeing sin coming and not doing anything about it. So, now the serpent was more crafty than any other of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" The woman said to the serpent, "We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God said you must not eat from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it or you will die." "You will certainly not," the serpent said to the woman, "for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you'll be like God, knowing good and evil." When the woman saw that the fruit was good and was pleasing to the eye and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and she ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were opened and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. Now, when I first read this, a few thoughts popped into my head. The first one was, Eve was just having a casual conversation with a snake. I've had so many people get so hung up about the fact that there's a talking donkey in the Bible, but everyone neglects, they just overlook the fact that Eve has a casual conversation with a snake as if it's an everyday thing. As in, she regularly has conversations with animals. I think that's awesome, the fact that God intended the world to be made where humans can talk to animals and animals can respond. It's a shame that they ate the apple. Yeah. The next thing I want to point out is Adam. So the whole time that Eve was having the conversation with the snake, Adam was there. It says that Adam was with her. So when she sees the tree, she sees the fruit, sees it looks good, looks quite tasty, she takes it and she eats from it. The whole time Adam is with her. The whole time Adam doesn't say anything. He sees that she's going to eat from this tree, but he doesn't go, "Eve, God said we shouldn't eat from this tree. Are you going to listen to a snake and not listen to God? Come on, let's not eat from this tree, that's not okay." And then when Eve eats it, he doesn't then go, "No, I'm not going to eat it. You've messed up there, but I'm not going to share in your mistake." He goes, "Yeah, sure, why not? You've taken a bite out of it. You look alright, you're not dead. I might as well have some as well." What is he thinking? He sees Eve talking to a snake, hears the conversation, and doesn't think, "No, this isn't okay." He sees that Eve is going to take the fruit. He sees the sin coming, and yet he just doesn't do anything about it. He sees it and doesn't act upon it. Now, I've thought about this quite a lot. That's really got me thinking, how many times do I see sin coming and not do anything about it? If I know if I go over and speak to those people over there, I'm going to get caught up about gossiping about someone. Or if I see that person, I know I'm angry at them, so if they come near me, I know I'm going to swear at them. How many times do I see sin coming and that just go for it? Oh, they're going to be gossiping about such and such. Oh, I'll just go join them because I don't like that person either. Different things like that. It might be different for you, but for me, it was knowing that the amount of times I can see that I'm going to mess up, can see that I'm going to sin, and yet I just sit there and don't do anything about it. And this really got me thinking. Drop my phone. This really got me thinking, and I was just amazed, how many times does this happen? And why do I just let it happen? Why do I just think, "Oh yeah, if it's just sin, I can just turn around to God and apologise and it'll all be okay"? When that's never the case. Yes, God will accept my apology, but that doesn't mean it's okay for me to sin just because he's going to accept my apology, because therefore, why should he accept my apology if he knows I'm doing it just so I can be forgiven? Now, I thought I'd make this video as to sort of get other people to think and also to challenge you. How many times do you see sin coming? How many times do you know you're going to do something that will lead to sin? So if you watch a certain program that might cause you to lust over someone, or if you're looking at something on your laptop that might cause you to lust over someone, How many times do you know that if you go on that website, you're going to end up messing up and slipping up? How many times do you know that you go over to that group that you're going to end up getting caught up in the gossip, but you don't do anything about it, you just go for it anyway? And how many times do you listen to what the devil is saying over to what God is saying? How many times do we choose, actually, the world looks more fun, the world looks tasty, the world looks desirable, how about if I just go in there, if I just have a taste of it, rather than listening to what God says and doing as God desires? And this really challenged me personally, and I hope that it challenges you guys as well, and it really starts to get you thinking, actually, maybe I should pray more. Maybe if I know that if I'm going to be going and seeing certain people that's going to cause me to end up sinning, if I pray before it and ask God to give me the confidence and the courage to not join in their sin and to ignore it. Prayer is powerful. Prayer works in just such incredible ways, and God is so incredible. So I challenge you, instead of just giving in to sin and seeing it coming and then deciding to not do anything about it and just go ahead and sin, how about next time you sit and pray? You go, God, I feel like I'm being tempted into this. I know that if I hang out with these people, I'm going to end up getting caught up in gossiping. I'm going to end up causing some trouble. Help me not to do that. Help me to be the one person that stands out from the crowd and decides to say, no, I'm going to choose you over the world. Alright guys, that's all I've got for today. I hope that you found it challenging in some way, and I hope that it's got you thinking, because this really got me thinking and it really challenged me. I'm going to be doing a series on Genesis 3, hopefully, if I can find more time to get more videos out, so stay tuned for that. I hope you all have a wonderful and amazing week. God bless. Don't forget to be real and be true. Catch you all later.